Hey sharing all the world type people, as you might have noticed, I'm not Vessel, I am Neve. If you previously know me, it's probably as Orla Gartland's sister. She's Orla Gartland's sister! It's not a fun thing to be just someone's sister. I do have a name, it is Neve, but I'll avoid making this too long. So let's get to the questions then. First kiss is an awkward topic, and I'm very worried that people I actually know might see this. That'd be a bit weird. So, my first kiss was probably with, I think there was a little boy in my class when I was in junior infants, like about 4, that asked me to marry him, and I'm 99% sure that I kissed him, but since that's not a proper memory, I'll tell you a real story, but really quickly. It was a guy that I'd known for ages, not going to mention his name, but we'd known for ages, we just kissed. It was very awkward. We both agreed it was a terrible idea and never did that again. I wasn't meant to tell anyone. I'm clever, but yeah.
Most expensive casual item of clothing ever bought.
The expensive casual items of clothing I buy are not very great in numbers and are definitely not as interesting as Edward Cullen coats. I really wish I had a coat that looked like something from Twilight. I actually haven't seen Twilight. I read Twilight as a bet, but I didn't, no, I didn't watch Twilight. My 11-year-old brother has watched Twilight. I have not. Maybe that says something about my family. But I bought a couple of these, and these are like Hollister hoodies, and they're, oh, can you see it? No, yeah. And they're expensive enough. I have another one as well, it's navy. And they're expensive enough. They're about 60, 70 euro. I don't know how much that'd be in Danish currency that I don't know the name of, or pounds or dollars, but they're expensive enough, so I'm sure they're probably the most expensive thing. I would never be the kind of person that would splash out on Uggs or like 200 euro for a pair of shoes. Can't do that. Yeah, I think that must be it. Next question, yep, next question, let's go.
What was the first job you ever wanted as a kid?
Okay, this is the one I do definitely have an answer for. The first job I wanted to be as a kid was definitely a teacher. When I was 4, my first teacher was called Miss McGee, and we did not get on very well at all. And I vowed that I would become a teacher because I just thought she was such a terrible teacher, and I was just like, I'll be a good teacher and I'll be nice to the children. So as it turns out, I wouldn't have had the patience to work with 4-year-old children. I would have probably just like screamed at them for not being able to do algebra, but you know, classic me. There was one story behind this though, that apparently I've been told that on the last day of school of that year that I had Miss McGee, I went in and I told her exactly what I thought of her, which, as I've kind of gathered, is not very nice. My parents got called in and I was glad I did not have her the next year. So, classic 4-year-old me.
Tell us about your group of school friends.
I don't actually have anything as interesting as having a circle of 9 or anything like Alex Day had, but in primary school when I was younger, I didn't have many friends at all, barely any, wasn't in a very nice class, just didn't get on with people. In secondary school, which was from when I was about 12 to now, I'm in my 3rd year of secondary school right now, which is an exam year, fun times. Our class was really, really lovely, and I'd say we have like the nicest class, as it seems. There's a couple of classes I don't think I'd survive in, and they're so nice, and we just get on very well together as a class in general. And I have loads of amazing friends that I've made. I'm never one to say this person's my best friend, this person's my best friend, this person's my best friend, because if you're not their best friend back, you just look like an absolute tool. So that's why I don't do that. But I would have 2 or 3 best friends if I was to name it best friends. There's this one girl that's absolutely hilarious. I sit next to her in maths. We're maths buddies with the common interest of being terrible at maths, and not mentioning their names, but she knows who she is. And we just get on. It's so fun. We have the best time in the worst class ever, math class I mean, and yeah, we'll just kind of we have so many inside jokes. It's not even it's hard to keep track of them, and I think she's a legend and I love her. And another friend of mine that I constantly take the piss out of, but just because I'm really jealous, she is ridiculously smart and plays any instrument you can ever think of. Name an instrument, she probably plays it and is probably amazing at it as well. And I sit next to her in home ec, and we had to we were told to stop sitting next to each other in science, so that just shows how much we talk. I talk on the phone for hours. I can't talk to anyone else on the phone except her. So if you're watching too, you heart. That's mainly it. I have a few like nerd fighter friends, which is really cool, and we'll talk about YouTube, and we'll talk about, yeah, they're in our music class and really, really nice people. And yeah, I think that's mainly my school friends. Coolly. Next question, yep, okay.
What would you name your kid?
I think naming your kids without having kids or before you have kids is really, especially this amount of time, like 20 years into the future. I can't think 5 minutes into the future, so 20 years is a long, long time to be thinking of. So I'd probably go for anything not as awkward as my name. My name isn't spelt like it's said. It's spelt Niamh, so it sounds like, if you read it, just be like Nyamaha. It's actually pronounced Neve, but it doesn't sound like that. And it's anyone that's not Irish. It's an Irish name, so Irish people get it, but anyone else doesn't. So yeah, something non-Irish. In my original video that I filmed that was like 10 minutes long, even after editing it up, I said I had written down Anna and Lily. I had also written down that I wanted to name them people names and not tree or coconut. And then I paused and I was just like, what would I name him if he was a boy? Benjamin! I like the name Benjamin. And I said that and I can't remember why. But I just thought that was funny, but I'm not going to include that in this because I don't know how to edit properly. One more question? I think so. Let's get to that.
Finally, who do you want to answer the survey next?
This is a bit of a given, I suppose. I'm guessing I want Michelle and Celia to answer this. I guess that's the idea. Anyone else that wants to answer this that would be really cool. And it's just about it, I think, for the questions. Yep. So that was my very, hopefully not too long this time, strange, awkward video of Alex Day's YouTube survey attempt 2.0. And it was lovely making a video for this channel. I enjoyed making my video last night so much, and I can't put it up, I'm sorry, it's too long. Everyone would fall asleep before halfway through it, so yeah. I loved making this video for this channel, and it was really nice. Maybe you will see Vessel next week, I'm not sure. But if you don't, maybe I might be here. I was talking to Michelle about this, but I didn't really get the proper plans. Perhaps you might maybe see me next week, or maybe never, or maybe in 10 years, or something like that. If you see me on the internet, say hey, I don't bite. Well, there was that one time, but yeah, I think that's it. Lovely to be talking to you, sharing all the world's people, and I will see all of you anyway. I'll be watching your videos, you might not see me. Lovely to be here. I'm rambling, I should go. Thank you, K, thanks, bye, X, mwah.